So I'll be going over how to multiply quickly in your head without using pen or paper. So for this method, it's going to be left to right. So all the multiplying we'll be doing will be from left to right. So for example, let's say we had 54 times 7, right? So if you wanted to do this in your head, you need to go from left to right. So for example, let's say first thing, we're going to do 50 times 7, alright? So 50 times 7 is just 5 times 7, and that would be 35. Then we add our 0, so it's 350. And now we have one more, 7 times 4, which is 28. And then we just add them up, and then we get 378. And in order to use this method, obviously you need to know your multiplication tables from 1 to 10. So go ahead and practice those if you don't know them. Let's try another one. Let's say 87 times 6. So again, left to right. So first we're going to do 80 times 6, which is 8 times 6. Then I add my 0. 8 times 6 is 48. Then I'm going to add my 0. Then 6 times 7, which is 42. Then I'll just add them up. 480 plus 42 is 522. And that's my answer. And there's another method too. So let's look at 78 times 8, right? So for this one, you can either do 70 times 8 and then 8 times 8. But there's another method. Since 78 is close to 80, you could round the 78 up to 80. So I'm going to round it up to 80. So 78 plus 2 gets me 80, right? So now I'm going to do 80 times 8. Alright, which is 8 times 8, then add my 0 at the end. 8 times 8, 64. Add my 0 at the end. But we're not done yet. So we added 2 to get to 80, right? So the bottom number we're multiplying by, we're going to need to multiply that by the number we added to get to 80. So 8 times 2 is 16. So, and then we just subtract that from our answer to get our actual answer. So 640 minus 16 is going to give us 624, which is our actual answer. And just to recap, since we raised this by 2 to get to 80, the number we're multiplying in the bottom, we're going to multiply that by 2, and then we're going to subtract that from our answer here to get our actual answer. And you could use this method if your answer is, say, 1 or 2 digits off from the next multiple of 10. So for example, this was 79. It'd be real good to use this method on it. But if it's somewhere like 76, 77, you wouldn't want to use it. You want to use the other method because it's simply quicker and it's more efficient. Alright, let's try multiples of 3. So let's go 3 digits of, say, 420 times 7, which is basically the same thing as just one extra digit. So again, we'll do 400 times 7, which is just 4 times 7. Then add my 2 zeros. So that'd be 2800. Then 2 times 7. Then add a 0. So 140. Then obviously 7 times 0 is 0. So I'm just going to add this up. And then my answer is 2,940. And that's all to it. When you're working with more digits and you want to do it in your head, you just got to practice so you get better at it. In another video, I'll cover how to do multiple digits. And thanks for watching. I hope this video was helpful.